Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Z. I'm a clinical psychologist specializing in transgender care. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about fear. I have seen so many of you express fear in the comment section below, more than I have ever seen in going on 4th year on being on YouTube. So much fear. I'm not sure where this fear is coming from. Maybe what's happening in the world right now, maybe what's happening in Texas right now, maybe what's happening in other states right now. Not sure what's going on, but I'm seeing a lot of fear from you guys. And this is the fear revolving around taking the steps forward with your life, meaning deciding to transition, even though you know you want to, taking those steps, whether it is starting hormones, whether it is starting to go to doctor appointments for surgical consultation, whether it is changing your name or utilizing your preferred pronoun, whatever it is. I hear a lot of fear. I'm afraid to do this, I'm afraid to do that. Lots and lots of fear. Here's what I gotta say about fear. Fear is going to be there. Fear is not going to go away. I know, I'm sorry if this is something that all of you already know and you're listening to me, you're thinking, Dr. Z, this is nothing new. But you guys need to hear it. Fear is not going to go away. 1, 2, this type of situation, gender transition, is embedded in fear. It is scary. You're about to go through medical and potentially surgical transition, and that's scary. It is terrifying to modify your body. It is terrifying, even though that's what you want, it is still scary. It is scary what the outcome is going to be. It is scary whether you're going to be able to meet up your expectations. It is scary how others are going to react. It is scary how the world is going to react. So fear is going to be there. Fear is meant to be there. Fear is just, it's byproduct, one can say, of gender transition. It's not going to go anywhere. So you can't just sit and wait for a day when you're going to wake up and you're going to be fearless. It's just not going to happen. It's not really about waking up and feeling fearless. It's about waking up and recognizing that there's fear and moving forward in spite of the fear. That's what actually courage is. All of those people who were war generals, who were moving forward with some scary shit, getting out there in the battlefield, if you think they were fearless, you're very wrong. All of those who are war veterans and watching this, you know exactly what I mean. You know that the fear is always present. It is courage. It's moving forward in spite of that fear being present. And that's what transition entails. It is moving forward. So the quicker you actually recognize that, you know what, fear is going to be there. Think about fear analogous to roommate. Right now, you are rooming in this house and you want to transition while your roommate next door is fear. It's always nagging, it's always bitching, it's always noisy, it's always complaining. Just a roommate. Once you're going to transition, that roommate is going to be out of there. Of course, then another roommate is going to be able to move in, another element of fear about some other aspect of your life. But what I'm trying to say is that this particular roommate fear related to this particular essence of transition is not going to be there long term. This is not a permanent resident unless you don't do anything about your life. If you don't do anything about your life and keep daydreaming about transition, that roommate will become your permanent resident, and then you just can't get rid of them. The best antidote to fear is action. Always the best antidote to fear is action. Moving forward, doing something. Once you start doing something, it may still be scary. The fear may not go away, but you're moving forward. Another thing you guys need to know about the fear is that really, if you were to break down the fear and what's underneath the fear, it is going to be less about what you're afraid of. So it's really less about, am I going to pass? Am I going to look good? Is everybody going to still be with me? Is my partner going to be with me? Am I going to be loved? Am I going to be accepted? What's really deep down underneath all of those elements is this. Am I going to be able to handle all of this? All of this that you imagine, underneath the kind of a backbone, the skeleton of the fear is, am I going to be able to handle it? The answer is yes. You are going to be able to handle it. If you handled life up to this point, remember, you're adults. I'm talking to adults. I'm not talking to children here. You handle life up to this point. A lot of you are parents. You parenting kids, you parenting children. Holy shit, that's a huge responsibility. I don't have kids. God forbid I have kids. This is a huge responsibility. You're already doing that. You are holding steady jobs. You're paying rent. You have money for groceries. You meeting your responsibilities. All of those things you're doing because you are capable. And if you're able to handle adulting of life, you're able to handle this. I promise you're able to handle this. And if you don't believe me, go through any one of my videos, drop down in the comment section and start reading what people are saying. Everybody, you would see probably 85 to 90% of the comments are all have the same pattern. And it is, I was so miserable until I started to do something about my transition. The minute I started to transition and the minute I started to really take control of my life and take control of my gender, yes, people do say in the comments, things happen. Yes, some of my fears come true. Yes, some people leave me. Yes, my spouse ended up divorcing me. Yes, I lost my family. Yes, I lost my job. 85 to 90% of respondents always say still the same thing. But I'm so much happier. I'm so much more wholesome. I'm so much better off. I'm so much healthier. So start taking action. Recognize that the fear is going to be there. It is not going to go away. It's like motivation. This is my pet peeve. When people say I'm waiting until I'm motivated, whoever created motivation in our society is the biggest bullshitter, pardon my French, in the whole world. Sometimes we're just not going to have motivation. Chances are, most of the times we don't have motivation. You're never motivated to take out garbage, but you take out garbage anyway, right? Same thing with transition. Motivation is just not going to happen. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the fear to go away. Recognize that those elements are part of the process. Recognize that, yes, you do have everything you need in order to go through this. Think about this. If so many people are able to transition in different types of life, in different demographics, in different types of financial statuses, in different types of support systems, if they're able to do it, why can't you? What is stopping you? So comment below, let me know how much fear is holding you back. Have you been experiencing fear holding you back in the past? What did you do to combat the fear? Comment below, let everybody else know how your life ended up resulting, and I'll see you all next time.